Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Greetings everyone. My name is Dika Romadhona. Selamat Budi Kusuma. Machine number is A3202200010. And what I'm going to present about in today's topic is um, the essential of what makes material effective in English language teaching, or ELT. Alright, so we'll explore the key of characteristic, the criteria of good learning materials in ELT, and then the guidelines that, 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 that the teacher can apply when developing or choosing the ELT materials. Okay, let's start with the big question. Why do materials matter? So here's the thing. Material, well, a good material is not just to fill a page. They stimulate learners. They capture learners' attention with the content that interesting and pitch at the right level. They also act as roadmap, helping both teacher and students navigate the learning journey with a clear structure. And importantly, they reflect how we believe language is learned and used, while also challenging teachers to try different approaches and techniques. Alright, on the slide 3, the key characteristic of good ELT materials. Well, some believes that characteristics include being engaging and enjoyable, because if students are interested, they are not learning effectively. They need a clear coherent structure, but at the same time, they also enough variety to keep things fresh. They should support development not just of language skill but also thinking skills, and ideally they help teachers growing too in terms of development of English language teaching materials by pushing them to adapt and experiment. Next, move on to the slide 4, good materials. The criteria of good materials. So according to research, good teaching materials are grounded in solid learning theories. They are not just random activities. They need to capture and keep learners' attention and be tailored to their background and needs. The material should also provide meaningful and authentic text, not just grammar drills, but real-life examples of language in use. Tomlinson emphasized impact and confidence. Material should leave an impression and make learners feel capable, which means that the material should leave a good impression, and the material should have been called easy by the students. The material should respect diversity, since learners come with different needs and learning style, which means that if there are some learners that the learning styles are audiovisual, which the teacher should adjust it to the audiovisual things. And then if some learners that the learning styles are kinesthetic, so the material should be kinesthetically taught. Authenticity and interactivity are crucial. Learners should use language in ways that feel real and relevant to them. When designing material, contextualization is the key. Students should see how the language connects to a real-life situation. Material should also generate encouraging learners to talk, write, and interact. The materials that delivered is expected not to just improving the students to be better, but also developing them to create the the exact learning strategies for them. And of course, the material should focus on both form and function, what the language looks like and how it's used. The material should also promote the integrated skills. Speaking, listening, writing, and reading shouldn't be isolated. Authenticity is another major point. Learners should be exposed to real language as it used in actual situations. And materials need to connect to each other to build a sense of progression and continuity. At last, material needs to be attractive visually and in terms of content. And clear instruction are a must. Confusing direction can completely derail a great activities. And flexibility is essential. Teachers need to be uh, to be able Teachers needs to be able to adapt material to suit different contexts and learners. Alright, let's wrap it all up. Good ELT materials are engaging, well structured, and based on some pedagogical principle. They help teachers and learners to grow, to encourage real communication, and support language development in a structured and meaningful way. Whether designing or choosing materials, this principle are a great benchmark to keep in mind. Thank you for your attention. I hope this could be a bioluminescence to be the crystal of your knowledge. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.